From our campsite north of Livorno, we set off towards Piombino today. The coastal road alternates between rocky coastline and sandy beaches. Since it's Sunday, there are cars parked all along the road. Some people must be familiar with daring dives into the sea. And then we turn off the coastal road toward our agricult campsite. The shady spot and the swimming pool are a welcome relief from the humidity. But the mosquitoes aren't merciful either. Outside the road is a small fruit and vegetable stand that also specializes in small snacks. A German couple told us about the good food. So we settled down there that evening for a rustic dinner with table wine. It was simply fantastic. I then cycled to the nearby beach again to enjoy the sunset. In the rocky bay, there's also a castle-like villa with a beautiful view of the sea. And then the blood-red sun slowly sinks into the sea. Other people on the rocks are watching the spectacle with me. 2 hours later, I'm outside again. A fiery red moon rises on the horizon, because today is a lunar eclipse. However, the event is difficult for my camera to capture because the moon is very far away. The next morning, we take a bike ride to the town of Venturina Terme. There is a thermal spa, but unfortunately, the town doesn't offer one. We see almost only older men chatting in the pedestrian zone. Instead, we discover a small wine shop. Here, you can not only taste the wine by the glass, but also have it bottled. And so, slightly cheered up, we drive back to the motorhome, laden with 4 liters of red and white wine. The rain and mosquito plague forecast for today are simply too much, so we drive a day earlier than planned to a campsite by the sea in Piombino. From here, we already have a view of the island of Elba. In the afternoon, the sky finally clears up and the sun comes out. On our walk into town, we pass a small colony of cats. Our path leads us below the castle to the small peninsula with the Ferro della Rocchetta at its tip. Here, as in other parts of the town, stand some unusual sculptures by the artist Franco Mauro Franchi. They depict oversized female bodies. On a promontory in front of the village, several children frolic at a dangerous height. From here, Elba seems within reach. At first, the old town seems deserted. After a few meters, we reach the Torre dell'Orologio, which stands next to the town hall. The tower was built at the end of the 16th century. Now the alley also becomes busier. Restaurants and ice cream parlors line the right and left. At the end of the pedestrian zone, another tower appears, located within a fortified complex. The oldest part of the complex dates back to 1212, when the seafaring town was still a free commune. In the square in front of the fountain, not only is fruit sold, but the elderly also sit for an afternoon chat. The small volcanic island of Pianosa appears clearly in the light of the setting sun. Shortly after sunrise the next morning, several campers gather at the campsite, waiting for their ferry to Elba. And we, too, decide at short notice to cross over to Elba today.